Yes, I do indeed love plugging my CD, and there's a reason for that, folks, because the proceeds from my CD go to help WoW Radio. It's charitable, folks. You get an hour of quality Blue Please footage and bonus stuff. A silver CD, it is shiny, I have seen it. It's silver and it's got Blue Please written on it. And you get the warm, fuzzy feeling of helping your favourite, well, possibly only WoW-related radio station. Anyway, we're back here on Blue Please on WoW Radio, plugging the album, of course. Go buy it now. However, I have a special competition for you folks. I know for a fact that some of you don't have credit cards, can't get the album, and this saddens me. So, I'm going to give you the chance to win one, folks. It's the Blue Please first ever competition of death. And it ties in quite nicely with our current campaign, which is, of course, Free the Piggy. Now, those who don't know, in Camp Tiraggio, there's a piggy. And he's been in that cage since beta. He hasn't been let out, and all he does is give you quests and buffs. And we here at Blue Please do not like it. So, we think it's time to free the piggy. And you can help out the Free the Piggy campaign by putting Free the Piggy in your WoW Forums SIG. Now, this competition links in nicely with that because I am going to open 2 different categories. There are 6 limited edition copies of Blue Please the album available for you to win. Signed and numbered by the Murloc himself. I kid ye not. It's a unique opportunity, folks. So, you can enter one of these 2 categories. Now, one of them is for budding artists, and the other one is for budding writers. So you can enter one of the 2. Now, the first category, there are 3 Blue Please albums up for grabs, and you have to do this. We need a banner/picture type thing for the Free the Piggy campaign. The best 3 will receive a copy of the album. So we want something reasonably large, like 400 by 400. Something to do with Free the Piggy. A big banner/splash screen type thing. Those are the only rules. You can do it in Paint, you can do it in Photoshop, whatever you like. Now, the other competition, you have to write an ode to the piggy. Now, this could be in free verse, iambic pentameter, in a limerick form, whatever you like. You can be creative. An ode to the piggy. And I'm going to limit it at 200 words. Because, quite frankly, I'm not reading 30 million entries of 2,000 word prose. So, 2 competitions. 1, banner/splash picture for the Free the Piggy campaign. 2, an ode to the piggy. In any form you like. Now, those listening to the archives, and there will be, this competition will be over by the time you listen, so don't enter afterwards. However, those listening live, you're in luck, because you can enter right now. Email your entries to themurloc, that's one word, themurloc@gmail.com. And for those that don't know how to spell Murloc, there is no K in Murloc. It's M-U-R-L-O-C. 2 competitions, 6 CDs to be won. Get working on it. Now, if I don't have many entries by the end of the show, and that's understandable, you listen to the show, you might not be able to multitask, I will announce the winners tomorrow on Downtime Down Under, which of course begins at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on WoW Radio. If there are plenty of entries by the end of this show, I will announce it at the end of the show. And then I will email the winners back asking for their addresses so I can come and steal their things. No, not that. Yeah, I'll send them the album. Honest, yeah. I won't steal your stereo or anything. Right, competition's out of the way. And, of course, Free the Piggy. Get on board with the campaign, folks. That piggy must be set loose. And I don't care what Tech Lead says. Tech Lead is evil. Totally, totally evil. I've also been told that a lot of people have been sending the GM's tickets to Free the Piggy. I agree. Spam the GMs. Oh dear, I'm going to get thrown off the air. Right. Competition. Enter. You have a chance to win. A very good chance to win, in fact. Okay. Let's get on with it. The next topic of the day. The Darkmoon Faire, folks. I approve of the Darkmoon Faire. I like this idea. It's what I've been rantling on about for the past couple of weeks. Yes, I've invented a new word. Rantling is the word of the day. It's the idea of progressive content. The idea of content that you do not have to be on for 8 straight hours, or even 4 straight hours, or even 2 straight hours to take a part in. And it's what I've aptly named Wowkimon, because it's a trading card game. It's World of Warcraft, the trading card game, so it's Wowkimon. And, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to catch them all. Now, some people think there are 8 sets of cards. There are not. I'll tell you this right now. There are 4 sets of cards to be collected. To get a trinket reward, you must find the cards Ace to 8 in each deck. All cards are bind them and equip, and there are rare blue drops. So far, I've only seen 1, but they seem to drop on high-level mobs. Now, it would also appear that the Ace is slightly rarer than the rest, and that it only drops on bosses. This is a rumour, I can't confirm it. But apparently the Ace only drops on bosses. Drops on bosses? That's not even a word. Anyway, let's get on. 4 sets of cards, and these are the rewards. If you hand in your full set of Warlords, you get what's called the Greater Darkmoon card of Heroism. And apparently it occasionally heals you while you're engaged in melee combat. And apparently the healing value is 120 to 180 points of damage. Not bad. I don't know how often it procs, so don't ask me. But it's quite nifty. Now, the card of the Elementals occasionally impacts an enemy you are fighting for heavy damage. And by heavy damage we mean 200 to 300 nature damage. So that's pretty good. That's the kind of thing you want for a tank to try and keep your aggro on. Always helpful. And obviously good for giving you the edge in PvP. Portals. Now this is a fun one. A lot of people have been after this one. It's the Greater Darkmoon card of the Twisting Nether. Ooh, scary. And apparently occasionally pulls your spirit back into your body after death and restores you. And what that means is it's a 10% chance of being able to resurrect with 20 health and mana. Self-resurrection. Potentially quite nifty. Although I wouldn't rely on it. And the last set is the set of Beasts. Which, to be honest, I think is probably the worst out of the lot. And the trinket itself is called the Greater Darkmoon card of the Blue Dragon. And what it does is it restores mana. And that is a 2% chance on a successful spellcast to allow 100% of your mana regeneration to continue while casting for 15 seconds. Obviously very good for those of you, those crazy few, who've gone for a spirit build. Probably quite good for priests as well, with their spirit tap. So, there are your 4 sets. The places to find them. All over the place. High-level mobs. The only one I've ever seen was on a 56 Elite Skeletal Warlord over in the Western Plaguelands. They've been seen all over the place, folks. So we're probably looking at 55 plus mobs. Elites, that kind of thing. And they're dropped everywhere. All over the place. The aces are dropped by bosses only, apparently. This is what I've been told. Which is the reason they're now more valuable. If you notice on your auction house, you will inevitably see these cards. And what you will see are bloody expensive blue cards, I tell you that. But people are getting the idea. And they're starting to trade them. And I think that's quite cool. Yes, we'll put a Pokemon-style trading card game in. And if you collect the whole set, you get a little trinket. Quite nifty. And it's an example of content that does not require you to be on for 4 hours straight to get it. And that's positive. Because of this crazy new breed of player. And we're going to call them the hardcore casual. The thing about World of Warcraft is that getting to level 60 is not that hard. So whereas you would never even think of having a casual quote-unquote player get to level 60 or get to the top level in any other MMORPG, or at least most of them, you now have a case where quote-unquote casual players can indeed get to level 60. And what happens there is that when they hit 60, they have a few choices to make. They can go hit Skullo, they can go hit Stratum, they can do the Blackmore Depths, they can do UBRS, LBRS. They can do the Molten Core and the Hardcore instances, or they can go at the Battlegrounds and seriously PvP. So, the problem with that is, a lot of the really hardcore content is not suitable for them. These casual players are often playing for, what, an hour, 2 hours a night, and you can't do MC in 1 or 2 hours. You can't do Anoxia in 1 or 2 hours. You can't do the Blackwing Lair in 1 or 2 hours. Especially when you take into account the fact that it often takes that long just to get a group together. So, what Blizzard are introducing right now is the progressive content idea, where you can play normally for however long you like and still be in with a chance of getting some fat loot. And it's good stuff. And it's the kind of thing that needs to be added. We've got our hardcore instances now. Let's get some progressive content in there. Anyway, that's a rant. Let's get back to the issue. Now, the Darkmoon Faire does not only give you these crazy trinkets. No, no, no. It gives you prizes. Points mean prizes, folks. Or in this case, tickets mean prizes. Now, you gather these tickets. And you can get, oddly enough, prizes. So, there are quests. There are quests to do 4 different things, and then you can get tickets. Animal parts is one quest, which is a little bit sickening, but never mind. Blizzard are very good for these whole let's slaughter animals by the thousands kind of thing and steal their eyes. I don't know, I think one of them was on some kind of crazy drug. Not good. We here on WoW Radio do not approve of crazy drugs, especially when it comes to animal gathering quests. We're all still sore from the Murloc Eyes quest. Ugh. Anyway, back to the point at hand. Animal parts. The more difficult the animal parts to get, the more tickets you get. And at the end of each of these quest chains, there's the opportunity to get faction. So, for instance, animal parts, if you bring in 10 evil bat eyes, you get 20 tickets and 100 faction. And there are blacksmithing, engineering, and leatherworking quests to do as well. So that's cool. Prize rewards. There's a little bit of a jump here. Now, for 10 tickets, for 5 tickets even, you get a Darkmoon flower, which is held in the offhand. For 10 tickets, you get last month's mutton, which is a one-handed mace. Nice name, I'll give you that. 12 tickets gives you a lesser Darkmoon prize, which is apparently guaranteed to contain an item of value. That requires level 30. So there is some stuff for lower levels here. You can win various things. Levels 50 cape, traveler's backpack, that kind of thing, so that's cool. And it goes up and up and up. Now, there's a big gap. When you get 1,200 tickets, you can get 1 of 2 epic necklaces, which require level 57. That's the Orb of the Darkmoon and the Amulet of the Darkmoon. One has loads of stamina, a little bit of spirit, and a bit of plus damage on it. Good for us mages. Good for the warlocks. Heck, even good for the priests. Or the Amulet of the Darkmoon, which is apparently a crazy melee one. This has got plus 10 strength, plus 19 agility, and plus 8 stamina, which kicks the arse off quite a lot of necklaces, it has to be said. But it's going to take you a while to get it, and rightly so. So, the Darkmoon Faire. Progressive content, a lot of fun in the process. Fantastic stuff. Now, I am going to go and check how many of these crazy content entries we have left. We have in so far. Free the piggy, folks. Do not eat the piggy. It's unacceptable. Free the piggy. Right, okay, let's get on with it. Let's play some music just for the sake of it. Now, a lot of you will have read the front page of the World of Warcraft homepage. The front page of the World of Warcraft homepage. I'm talking bollocks here. Making up sentences as I go along, folks. It's the way to go. So, you may have heard about WoW Idol. WoW Idol was a competition held by WoW Azor and World of Warcraft Radio. And I'm going to play my favourite track, which was convenient enough the winner. If you want to download all the entries to the WoW Idol, you can head over to wow.azor.com. Go to the WoW Idol page, you'll find him there. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to WoW Radio, the Blue Please show, the Ranting Brit. It's the Ganker, folks. The winner of WoW Idol 2005. Blue Please salutes you. Enjoy.